Hey guys, welcome to Donuts Little Hobbies, and today we are going to be aquascaping my big 30-gallon, well 27-gallon cubed aquarium, and I absolutely cannot wait to get started. But if you have not seen my last video about my aquascape, about my plan for the tank, about my plan for the aquascape and what I took in as inspiration and all that, it's all explained in that video, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Please go check that video out before you watch this video so you guys get an idea of what I want to do with my aquascape in this aquarium. Okay, so the first thing I did was actually I took some advice from another YouTuber, a lady named Rachel O'Leary. She does fantastic videos. You guys need to go check them out. But from a video of hers that I watched, I took her advice, and her advice is that when it comes to the aquarium, when it comes to aquascaping, what you should do is before you put anything in the tank, you should sort of do a practice aquascape. And that's what I did. And I know it looks really, really weird and funny when I show you this, guys, but I literally just took a couple pillows and my rock and literally sat there for 2 hours. 2 hours just playing with my rock, playing with my dragonstone. That's right, I stood there just playing with my dragonstone, and you know, it's really funny when you try to aquascape with stone and with rock and with wood and stuff like that, because it's almost like a puzzle. But here's the problem with that puzzle: everything could be in the right order. It really can be. This puzzle can go together 100 different ways, and each way could be what you're looking for and could be completely off of what you're looking for. And I literally sat there for 2 hours playing with my rock at the floor, on the floor, just putting them up against pillows. Why did I use pillows? Well, it was just because I wanted to have something to hold them up against. Of course, in the aquarium there will be sand and rock and wood and stuff like that, so I don't have to worry about that. But when I was first starting to practice aquascaping, that's what I did, and what I eventually ended up with is this. This is a picture of what I end up with. Now, it's not going to look exactly like this photo, but this was like the closest thing I got to the overall look that I was going for. And of course, there will be sand covering some of the rock. Also, don't forget that I'm also going to have wood in this tank, some sort of tree branching over the side of the cliff, so where you see that big pillow in the background, just picture a bunch of wood and plants, and that's what my overall plan is for the aquarium. And I know it looks extremely funny, but that's what I end up doing. And then after that, the next day, I finally started aquascaping. And let me tell you, I am so happy that I ended up trying to practice my aquascape. Because if I didn't, oh my god, I could have been sitting there for 2 hours trying to set up this aquascape in the tank and possibly break or crack some of the aquarium glass. So I'm really happy that I had like the overall idea, and you can even see from the picture that I took like little pieces of paper and wrote numbers on the rock so I know where they went or how they go and everything. I did just about everything I could to make sure the aquarium was going to look as good as I could get it. Okay, so what I didn't talk about in my last episode about the overall plan for the aquascape was, what I need to talk about now is that I picked the back corner and I decided to start aquascaping from that, and I don't plan to have plants all over the place. I just really plan to have plants in that back corner. So what I'm kind of looking at this is I'm going for like a 25% of the aquarium aquascapes with plants, and then a large amount of swimming room for the fish, because I do actually want quite a couple fish in this aquarium. I think it's going to look absolutely amazing, but that's why what I eventually ended up doing was I just ended up aquascaping the back corner of the tank, as well as planting only that back corner of the tank. So what I started out with was I put aquarium soil in the back of the tank, in the back corner of the tank, and then of course I started putting my rock in and everything else. And after just playing around with the rock a little bit, I didn't have to play with it too much because of course I did my practice aquascape. And I am so happy that I did that, guys, because again, I could have broken the glass if I didn't. But after I placed my my rock and everything, got that sort of cliff look that I was going for, I decided to put the sand in. And of course what I also ended up doing is, I didn't tell you this, guys, but I'm also planning to break down that little fishbowl I have. My buddy Dave, my betta fish is in a fishbowl right now, and I also plan to break down my 3.5 gallon. And what I plan to do is I plan to put the sand that is in the 3 gallon and the betta bowl in the 30 gallon tank, and of course built that 3 gallon tank as the betta tank and get rid of that fishbowl. Am I right? I mean, my God. But anyway, so after putting all of the sand in the aquarium plus the sand that I bought, I probably have about like 25 pounds of sand in there, not to mention about at least 15 pounds of the aquarium soil in the back there, plus the rock and the and everything else. After that, I didn't have the wood that day. You see, I actually took some time, and it was about like, I want to say a week later that I finally went out and bought the wood for the tank. But what I ended up doing is I ended up filling the tank that day, and I ended up putting my little Daniel and my little Cory cat into the big tank, and then of course put my buddy Dave, the betta fish, in the 3 gallon tank. So yeah, I did add 2 little fish to the 30 gallon aquarium when it's not cycled or anything like that. But you know what, using my sand from the 3 gallon tank might have jump started some of the aquarium cycle anyway, so I think it ended up looking really, really awesome in the end. Now you guys can obviously see that I put shells at the bottom of the aquarium. So I had those shells forever, and I wasn't, at first I wasn't going to use them. But then looking at the tank, I decided, well, it would be really, really nice to give the illusion of depth. So what I ended up doing was, I don't know, I'll leave it up to you if I end up doing what I want to do. But what I ended up wanting to do was put the shells somewhat closer to the glass and everything, to the front panels, and ended up making some sort of depth, because when you see the shells and you see the rock in the background, you think, oh, well, that mountain, the rock, must be 100 feet further away than what the shell is. So I just wanted to make that illusion of depth by using the shells. I don't know if that's exactly how it ended up looking, but I really ended up liking that look, so I kept the shells. And of course, I put the background on, which is just a piece of black cardboard. Really, I just took black cardboard, I cut it to size, and I literally duct taped it to the back of the aquarium. I think it looks absolutely awesome. Stuck the light on there. I think it looks great. It really, really does look good to me. But of course, does it look good to you? Let me know down in the comments below. And then, of course, later on, I finally got the wood, and I'll have a separate video on planting the wood, but after sticking all my plants on the wood, I literally stuck it just all in the back corner of that tank. And I actually let it sit there for a couple weeks or two, and then I decided, you know what, that might not be the exact look that I was going for, so I took just a couple pieces of wood out of the aquarium, and this is how it looks now. I say it looks far better than what it did when I first put all that wood in the tank, but it still looks absolutely fabulous to me. I really, really like the look that it's exactly what I was looking for. It's exactly what I wanted to do in terms of the look for this aquarium. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the look of my tank, what you guys think of the overall aquascape of the tank. Next video, I will be planting that wood and sticking it in the aquarium. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really, really did enjoy aquascaping this aquarium. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the aquascape. And I'm out. Bye!